So after watching this show for 25 years, I'm really glad that things are finally coming together. At least it seems like they're coming together. Things are happening. I feel like dots are being connected. Maybe not all of them, but some. I mean, but of course this should be happening because it's the final season. But sometimes I'm wondering, like, are they going to answer like all of our questions? Because I really don't think so. But do you wonder that? Thumbs up if you do. Anyway, wow, this was another packed episode. So many things going on, so many questions that I now have that I didn't have. But I just want to say, I just need to take a moment for the fact that Jason and Noel were both in this episode. Thumbs up if you were just, oh my god, just want to look at them. Oh my god, love, if you love them, thumbs up. I'm having trouble figuring out like who's hotter. Post down below who you think is hotter. Yesterday I was going with Noel, but then some people convinced me Jason was hotter, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a tie for today. What do you think? Team Jason or Team Noel? You post down below. Jenna cracks me up because she is crying over Shower Harvey. I think she knew her for like 2.5 seconds, but she's acting like it was her sister. And I'm telling you, I'm 99% sure this girl can see, because if you watched this episode closely, I swear to you she was glaring at people like Aria and I think maybe Spencer, but she can see. I'm sorry. I'm not going to believe anything else. What's up with this? Like, Jenna was trying to hook up with Toby. I think that was a flashback, what, a little while ago or whatever, but it was really weird and awkward and he was like not having it at all. Okay, so yes, Jason is back. And I feel like he's one of the few people who actually has some sense at this point, because he doesn't trust Mary. He doesn't like her at all. And he thinks Allie's kind of being brainwashed. And yes, he has different hair. And I'm not like, you know, a huge fan of it. But I think if he were bald or whatever, like he's still mega hot. Like, I don't think we can make him ugly, you know. I think he's just beautiful. So Ezra has this idea that Ezra and Aria go elope, which, hey, I'm down with that, but they're gonna have some issues with that a little bit later on. And okay, so did Jason and Aria hook up like in the past 5 years, or what do you think about that? It seems that way. He seemed not so happy to hear she was engaged, you know, but he wants her help because he's like, look, Mary is crazy and please, you know, knock some sense into Allie, basically. I really love this scene with Jenna on the massage table being massaged by Caleb, because basically he was just trying to steal her keys. But I thought she looked really beautiful there. I mean, because we rarely see her without sunglasses, and I just thought, you know, thumbs up if you thought she looked beautiful. Not my favorite character, but I have to shout out the fact that she looked so pretty. Okay, so in the hotel room of Jenna's, like, Hannah and Spencer go to like see what they can find out, see if they can find some files or whatever in this safe. But while they're in there, they hear someone coming. They hide under the bed. It's Noel, and he is like stealing Mary's file from Radley. Plus he's on the phone with this doctor who was like the same doctor, I think, involved in the Emily Egg scandal, which breaks my heart because 6B is like a nightmare that I want to forget. And when they throw back to something that happened there, it scares me, because that was like the most tragic time in PLL history. It was like seriously the worst writing ever. So if they bring back up the Emily Egg thing, I'm really disappointed, because that's weird and I just don't care. Thumbs up if you agree. But someone posted on my channel yesterday that maybe Noel was trying to figure out, like, get a DNA test or something, and that'll become relevant later in the episode. But I like that idea so much better. But he seemed urgent to speak to this doctor, so I don't know. Like, I don't understand how it works with the Emily Egg thing. And if he's involved in that really bothers me, because I love him and that's weird, and please don't be involved in that. Okay, so like, is it just me, or did I miss this whole thing about Yvonne being attacked? I don't know. Was I asleep for a few minutes? But I guess she was attacked, and Spencer's worried about her safety and everything. And I know a couple people tried to explain it to me during the live show yesterday. I'm still confused. Maybe I need to watch it a third time. I don't know. But that happened. So I just really like the way that Jason talks to Mary. And as much as I want to get behind this woman, because there's something very likable about her. Like, I feel like she's more likable than Jessica, you know? But at the same time, I know she's probably the devil, like, in disguise, right? Like, she's probably totally crazy, and she's probably killed some people, and she might kill more people. I don't know. I can't trust her. But one thing I really liked about this episode is that I feel like they gave us a genuine flashback to a scene we had seen before. Now, when we had the CC reveal, they tried to refilm a scene and a lot of people caught it. It drove me crazy. But this time, I swear it looked like a real scene. If you remember that scene, I don't remember which season, but Jason was going to his mom's house and she was acting super weird, and you could hear someone in the house and she tried to act like nobody was in the house, but then we saw the rest of that scene and Mary was in the house, and Mary looks like the victim here, but I don't know. And the hashtag on the screen was evil twin, so which one is evil? You can post your idea down below. Is it Jessica or is it Mary? But correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the beginning of that scene was actually the scene we saw a while ago, not like reshot, right? So that made me kind of happy because this show really doesn't ever connect dots, and it's like this is the time to do that, and I feel like they're trying. I mean, I gotta give Marlene some credit. I feel like she is trying this season. Okay. So Hannah, I don't know Hannah told Caleb that she's not with Jordan anymore, and I still feel like they will get back together, but that didn't happen in this episode. But I feel like, you know, this kind of opens the door for that. This season has had so many like heartbreaking scenes, and one of those happened between Toby and Spencer because he comes to her and I felt like, well, maybe they're going to get back together. And he's telling her that he didn't really build that house for Yvonne. He built it for her, but he can't imagine life without Yvonne. And I knew she was going to be devastated. And she tried to be cool about it and whatever. And he's like, you know, we're going to move to Maine where some of her family is. And when he left, she like broke down. Thumbs up if you felt bad for Spencer. I feel really bad. But I think, you know, this show is far from realistic. But if all the old ships got back together, like, I don't think it's not realistic. But they may end up getting back together. I mean, someone may kill Yvonne. I don't know. But, you know, I feel like all of them don't have to get back together. Okay? Not that I don't want them to, but I just think in the real world, not everyone's going to get back with their high school sweetheart. Okay. Here's where things start getting really weird. So the girls find out that Jessica had her own lair, and it's like, how many more people are going to have a lair in this show? That's not realistic. How many people in real life have a lair? I mean, that's far out there. But they find a lot of stuff out in there with some files, and they find out, and the biggest piece of information in this show is that, or in this episode, is that Mary had a second child. So obviously, we have to figure out who that person is, and that's kind of difficult right now, but obviously we know this person, and they are the girl's age, and there was a file on like every person except for Aria, and that file was missing. So I want to know who you think this mystery kid is. I'm thinking currently it's either Aria because her file was missing and we see it later with AD, or Noel, because why is he relevant again? But I want to know what you think. Because I just don't, it's hard to figure this out at this point. But, okay, so Aria and Ezra are getting ready to leave to go elope, and the FBI comes to his door and lets him know that Nicole may be alive. Now, I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. So I'm hoping this is all a big A trick because they don't want Aria to be happy. But if Nicole is still alive, this is so stupid because how many times are they going to do this? How many times are you going to do this, PLL? It's just really dumb. What do you think about that? So basically more drama at this lair place that they're at. So they leave Jessica's lair. They try to get back in the car, but someone has set off the alarm. And Spencer's like, if we get back in the car, it'll go off. Well, they got back in, and this countdown starts, like, it's going to blow up. And I'm like, what the heck is going to happen here? But instead of the car blowing up, the lair blows up, okay? And then someone writes, I see you on the back of the window. Now, if you remember, Noel did this a few seasons back, so I don't know if this is him, or if we're supposed to think it's him, or if somebody wants you to think it's him. I don't know. Also, there's a text that says, if you find out who I am before this person finds out who killed Charlotte, then you die. Okay, so, yes, and then we see our little AD clip, and he has Aria and Noel's file, and he burns Noel's file, but he keeps Aria's. What are your theories on that? Please let me know, because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. If you haven't been to a live chat, there's just a few left for this half of the season. All that information's down below. They are so much fun. Just to let you know, I'm planning something special for the finale. You can watch it live with me on my channel. When it airs, we'll watch it. We'll chat kind of like we do in the live chats for the entire hour of the finale. So I'll have more information on that as the finale comes closer. But anyway, If you haven't subscribed to me, I would really appreciate it, and please thumbs up this video. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I'll see you next time.